Gordon and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. On second and 9, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, 10, and all the way in. touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house. Yeah,
it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Joe Mixon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. From the gun, Levy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Levy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. It's Mixon on the counter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Levy, he's going to go for a big play down. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Levy. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's go. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the counter, Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Alert! Alert! Hey, Haywood!
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. To throw on second down. Levy, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Off play action. Levy. And Eifert has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back to throw. Levy. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talk
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
King. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They run again on first down, Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bravo.
57 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Levy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mayfield down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Chubb on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Steve 6. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Get in the weight room.
Hey, alert 33.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Space to maneuver at the 40. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Point it right.
Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Levy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Levy. He's got his man here. It's Green.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Levy looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Got his man. It's Eifert. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Alert!
They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A run for Nick Chubb. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing to start the drive. Levy. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.